Shalom Israel. Shouldn't have to point this out, but just y'all notice I don't have a hat on because now I'm going into prophecy. Just for you simple ass niggas that always be like, oh, hitting up men behind my back like, oh, why he got a hat on? You dumb motherfucker, read the Bible. It says pray or prophesy. If you pray or prophesy with your head covered. But anyway, I'm not making this about me. I'm just pointing out how stupid some of y'all are. But just want to go into the incident in Buffalo, right? With the incident in Buffalo, you have it's an obvious hate crime, but I want to show you how the perpetual hatred is still there. Like, a lot of y'all forget Esau hates you. A lot of y'all, black and Hispanic people forget these people do not love us. They hate us. You always. I saw something posted the other day where this little black kid saw a white woman and for some reason had a 20-minute conversation with her, and it was basically one of those heartwarming stories, where the little young so-called black boy made a friend out of a white woman to the point where he sat on her lap and rested his head on her shoulders and whatever. It's a cute little adorable story. That's fine. That doesn't change the fact that Esau hates us. The killer said, and somebody said that this is just the beginning. Somebody wrote on some bathroom that this is just the beginning and used the N-word. And you see how so-called black and Hispanic people still refuse to do anything about it but protest and do dumb shit. Listen, you only have two options with this white man and his hatred towards Israelites. Either join us and follow the law, statutes, and commandments of the Bible, or fight them. Fight back. And of course you notice the option that I said join us, it means we're not fighting. We'll fight to defend ourselves at the moment, but we're not going to take up arms. We're not going to, retaliate. That's for you. If you don't want to be spiritual, then you got to be physical. But you're just not going to do shit but protest. See, we're getting ourselves together for a real fight. A fight in which we will have no carnal weapons and we will still win against the carnal, armed to the teeth people. That's what we as Israelites are gearing up for. I know you got Israelite groups out there that say, oh yeah, have guns, and I am no opponent of owning a firearm. I'm not an opponent of it. It's not going to win you the race war. But when you see, when you go back in the scriptures, we were armed. Part of being a man is being able to defend yourself. And unfortunately, those around us defend themselves with or violate people with firearms. So when somebody violates with a firearm, I'm not going to sit here and tell you stand up in front of them and pray and think that you're not going to get your ass shot. You may. The gun might jam. The Lord can save you. I'm not sitting here trying to say that's not possible. Is it a practical solution? In general, you might not be one of the elect. You might be dead where you stand. But I believe in having some type of arms, to defend yourself with. And just hope that your enemy doesn't have a bigger arm. So if you have a knife, you better hope that your enemy doesn't have a gun. If you have a 22, you better hope your enemy don't got a motherfucking 45 Magnum. But But ultimately, when you read the scriptures, it's really about being spiritual. But what I want to point out is, we tend to forget this perpetual hatred because a lot of us have Caucasian friends. I'm going to say something. If you have a white friend and you're an Israelite, it's a good possibility that white friend is really an Israelite going back a few generations, and he just looks white because race mixing. Because not all people that identify as white people are Edomites. I'm not going to say a lot of them are Jake, but there's a lot of people that are quote unquote white that are, that are our brothers. They just, generations of race mixing does that to people. Because I'll be honest, just like every black and Hispanic person is not a brother. Every black and Hispanic person is not an Israelite. So, but don't never let nothing make you forget that this is a perpetual hatred. They will hate us forever. As long as they are in existence, they will hate us. Esau does not love you black and Hispanic people, man. And they are showing it to you. The more you got these Democrats, it's really mostly Democrats that try to pretend like we're cool, like, they pretend like they like our agenda, Black Lives Matter and all that shit, but they don't do nothing about it. When there was violence, and that's why I love listening to other speakers not in the faith. Brother Umar brought out that Joe Biden brought his old ass down to Atlanta when Asian people were getting their asses beat. Now, and I think within 72 hours, it's been more than 72 hours since the Buffalo shooting. Where the fuck is Biden? Where's his condemnation of this attack? I mean, if he has, I just haven't seen it. But you can't be silent about black issues, but vocal about Asian issues. Black people have been directly wronged by America, by the United States of America, deliberately. All right, Asian people, very much like my people, came here because there's wrong being done in our countries by other Edomites. I'm not sure if it's Edomites doing the oppressing in China, but Asians come to this country, the wrong that America does them, very minimal. As much as America has been quote unquote sticking it to black people for over 400 years, and you don't give a flying fuck that a so-called white man went into a store and shot and killed, I'll say 10 black people, and there was one that kind of could have been white or could have been Hispanic. Well, he shot about 13 people. He killed about 11. He killed 11, I believe. That's perpetual hatred. Why do they hate us for? Why, honestly, why do white people hate black people so much? Black people don't go around shooting white people? We're not, like, for there would be a total holocaust of white people if black people were to ever actually even try to get even with white people. Think about it. And I'm not saying that I'm pushing for it. I don't want nobody to flag this as hate speech. It's not that I'm pushing for it and saying we should do this. We should get even. But what's going to get the monkey off our back? What's going to make you Caucasian people stop? Well, nothing actually. You know what I'm saying? But let's think practical, right? Let's for a second, let's look at the situation for what it is. Right? Why the hatred? What do black people do to white people? Buffalo is a primarily, to my understanding, black city. right? So why do you come from far to come fuck with us in Buffalo? Because I can tell you there's towns in New Jersey that are being, a lot of, black people are moving to, that you would think that if white people got mad at black people, when it affects them, you would be more, and I'm not pushing for this, but, North Plainfield is a town that's been primarily white. Now I see a lot of black and brown people moving there. Clark, New Jersey, which is where I'm on my way to right now. You would think that there's a lot of black and brown people. I mean, you would think that this is a white town. The cops definitely, no homo, sticking 2 black people in Clark. Westfield. Matter of fact, Clark, some prominent police dude, or mayor, I think, was ousted for being a racist prick. They do their damnedest. In Clark, Cranford, I'm seeing more black and brown people moving to these towns. Why is that? Because we think that what they have is better. We move to their neighborhoods because we think, oh, this is nice over here. I'm going to be honest. I would rather live in a town. My ideal home, if I were to, purchase a home and all that shit on this side, my ideal home would be a town that's not too far from the beach, but that has black people in it. Like, I would love living in Asbury Park if it wasn't such a heavy sodomite presence over there. Or most definitely Atlantic City. I would certainly live in Atlantic City. But anyway, I just wanted to point out, the perpetual hatred has not gone anywhere. That's why they say it's perpetual. You think that because all this black and white unity and we're holding hands and shit, no, the scripture said that there's going to be a perpetual hatred. That hatred is not going anywhere. That hatred is not going to stop. There's nothing that the white man needs to learn. Cops are still going to shoot unarmed black people. White racists and militants are going to still go around, shooting and harming black people and Hispanic people. This is not going to stop. What we have to do is as a people, well, it's going to stop, by a supernatural force. Meaning the Lord is going to come down and stop their ass and put their ass to death and destroy them. And checkmate the hell out of their society. But with that, I'm going to say shalom.